right now. I'ma always love you forever, but he just on his journey right now. That's what brothers do.
What's happening, La Familia? We back in this thing with another one. As we got that man, the big general. Y'all know who it is, man. That man KG, Luca Brasi, Mr. Kevin Gates. As, you know, he spoke on another general, man. You know, that man, Lil Top, NBA Youngboy, King Slime. Y'all know what it is, man. You know, as he let it be known, he still loved YB. And he also spoke to him after a certain song that recently dropped, coming by way of Luca Brasi, that went viral and is still viral right now, man. That song been going up. We gonna see what he had to say. But before we get into that, make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell icon, and turn post notifications on all. That way you will be notified every time we drop a video. And without further ado, kick that video for me one time. Believe it.
Wish I could put my arms around him right now. They kill me to see him suffer. I wish I could just put my arms around him right now. Cause I'ma always love you forever. But he just on his journey right now. That's what brothers do.
Very, very textbook answer coming by way of that man Kevin Gates. That's how you should move if you are involved in that lifestyle. Now, I'm not saying y'all should be taking notes on how to move in that lifestyle, but I'm just saying if you are involved in that, you should never disrespect your opposition or anybody that you have a problem with on record, whether that's on wax or in an interview. Keep it in the streets. Keep it off wax. That way you keep everybody out of your business and you ain't got a bunch of people coming at you, you know what I'm saying, behind, you know, the extras that's going on.
Have you guys ever talked, like, recently?
Yep.
By the way, it's probably important to note the fact that this is a DJ Academics interview, so if you want to see the full, go to his channel. And if you were wondering who's talking, that's most definitely DJ Academics. Now, the dramatic pause and the smirk that was on his face let you know what it is, man. We know what it is. But see, right there, that's the problem. It doesn't matter what we think. It only matters what the court can determine, just in case anything happens. The only evidence they will have against him is absolutely nothing. It's all speculation. And you cannot convict on a M1 off of speculation. You have to have, without a doubt, evidence. So what he's doing is protecting himself and protecting his brand. Smart. And this is the way you should move. Keep it off wax if it's that serious. It's not worth your life. Move in silence. Simple. Old law that'll protect you forever.
As a
Like right after Super General drop.
really?
Yeah.
What was that conversation like?
I mean, it ain't what we discuss is what we discuss.
Yeah.
But I told him I love him. I love him.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that? See, teacher moment right quick, because DJ Academics just said, basically, what was that phone call like? Knowing the answer to it. But y'all need to understand that that is instigating. When someone tries to pretty much pull information out of these rappers that they don't want to tell, based off of, you know, pulling information out that they know the answer to, they want them to say something, that's instigating. Not a person that speaks on what these men are saying. If these men put it out there, obviously they don't care about it. We speak on stuff that happens on wax, interviews, and what they say on their social media sites. That's coming out of their mouths. It's not something we're forcing them to say. If they put it out there, they're instigating their own situation. We just speaking on it. There's a difference. Understand the difference between the two. That's why we here though, you know. Let's grow and get smarter and understand what's really going on. But in the song Super Gremlin, he sent some shiggities towards YB in the beginning. And that's probably the reason why they had the conversation. And it didn't go so well. So y'all check this out.
When I put it on your lip body, I should've spit on it when I finish. Yeah. Nobody gon' play with you when I'm with you. I ain't gon' lie, since you left my side, got more security with you.
Since you left my side, got more security with you.
My little son, your neighbor negated my estate if you don't remember.
My little son, your neighbor negated my estate if you don't remember.
Up on the floor and share the space where I lay down and play my children.
Out of that bands, I'm playing with me, but I can't lie and say I don't miss you. No.
Y'all heard what he said. He said that, you know, you got more security with you now that you're not around me. And also dropped the song with Fredo Bang, No Security, where, you know, he mentioned the fact that YB's image was a gimmick. And if one was to speculate, that could be the reason why the phone conversation didn't go so well. But as y'all know, that song dropped a month ago, which means that Kevin Gates and YB spoke exactly a month ago, to which he let him know, like, I still love you, you know, still look at you like a little brother. Of course, you know, he got him tatted on him as he spoke on in that interview. But definitely an interesting topic and an interesting thing, man, you know, that the fact that they still are on speaking terms at the very least. You know, their artists just did a song together in No Cap and 5-1 June. So maybe, like we stated before, that relationship ain't too broken to be mended, especially if they still speaking each other, regardless of the terms, you know what I'm saying? But we got to touch on another person that Gates actually had a disagreement with earlier this year, in that man Charleston White, because Charleston White went on to say cheese and spoke about how he felt about NBA Youngboy's case being dismissed, and also, you know, just how he feels about YB in general. So we're going to check it out and give our opinion and see if we agree or disagree. So without further ado, get that video for me.
Now, I was disappointed in the mother that boy BTK. I was hoping he was going right back to jail. I swear I was.
And see, this is where me and Charleston White disagree. Now, I know this is his character, but there's still stuff that you gotta watch. Like, I know I told y'all, jail is reconstructing and it can help you grow. But y'all still gotta understand, wherever there's growth, there is regression. Jail also regresses some people, certain people. And YB could be one of those people. He told y'all that, you know, he didn't stop doing any drugs while he was locked away, which means that, you know, he was beloved behind bars wherever he was at. If you beloved behind bars, obviously you're not learning that lesson. It's just a fun situation to you. YB can do whatever he wants behind those bars. I promise you. Hey, there's even Cat in there. He can even get that stress off of him. The COs will give it up, especially to someone like him, you know, that high status of being YB. Come on, man. Nothing's gonna change for him. So why wish that on him? What you need to wish on him is that he finally comes to a realization where he understands the position that he's in. I see potential in him to be somebody better, as far as more of a leader and someone who can guide the youth into a positive direction. But you also got to understand that he's still young right now. So his mentality is being young-minded and flashing and pushing everything to where the ops push it. So, hey, you just got to wish that on him. Try to speak some life into him.
But I was sure wishing jail on that mother me Trail boy, Cat Trail. Yeah, I'm mad the mother go to jail. I'm scared now. I don't know what's out.
Bro, this is another example of that Willie Lynch. The separation between the older men and the younger men of melanin. This is what we're seeing right now. This is what he's doing. See, he's not thinking back to when he was 20 years old and he was trying to figure it out. He's only looking at himself at 40 and thinking that this young 20-year-old man should be on the same thought process as him. No, he's still experiencing life. He hasn't seen the things you've seen, Charleston. So the best way to get him to understand is to connect to him, respect him first, show him love first, reach out, and then try to guide him in a new pathway. He seems to be someone who is looking for that guidance. You see how he took to Kevin Gates like that. He said that he wished his pops was out here. So it's obviously something missing within the youngin'. Be the one to put that into him instead of trying to pull all the extras out. So many people want to be leaders but don't have the skills and qualifications necessary to lead. To lead, you have to first be that change you want to see.
He can't go back to playing gangster after putting that makeup on his face and how makeup make him feel good and all that. He can't go being gangster now. If he go back to being gangster, should no other rapper take him serious?
I don't believe that, you know, he actually did it because he wanted to do it. Now, matter of fact, I'm about 99.9% positive that that was not his own doing, especially after you see the fact that he got off of that overall charge he had right after doing all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That was a way to whoop him back into submission. He kept saying that he was not going to be controlled. So Atlantic Records got in touch with their good old friends in the feds and had him locked away for that pistol. It's obvious. That's the reason why they took all his music down, privated it, made it to where you couldn't see it for a couple weeks, a month or whatever. But they took away his revenue and made him put on that makeup to get it back. They made him dress like that to get it back. Then turned around and made him do it again. And I'm not saying that it was right, but what I am saying is that was a form of whooping him back into submission. You better get back right or you will be locked away for as long as we want you to, because we got control over whatever. It even came out that his fingerprints wasn't on the pistol. So obviously that was not connected to him. But you see, they were sending a message that if you don't listen to what we say, we can do whatever we want to you. And that's just what it is.
Yeah, if he go back to talking about he want to fight, and we go request to have the makeup NBA Youngboy back with that white makeup on, with that lipstick and that fingernail polish. We want him, and he better not go back to being gangster. But I hope he do something else to go to jail. That's I pray he go to jail, God. He need about 7 more months.
Boy, that man is crazy. But hey, man, like I said, this is an internet character for him, like he stated. So if that's how he truly feels, we don't really know, and I'm sure it's probably not, it's just a way for him to go viral. He knows how to get the people's attention, and that's what he does. But on the cool, man, if you look at NBA Youngboy's situation, it seems as though there's a lot of situations where the industry is trying to show him that he's not in control of anything, especially Atlantic Records. And I feel like the new deal with Motown, he might have more freedom, especially creative freedom, where he can do what he want to do. But if you look at him and Durk's situation, you'll see that Durk caught a case in Atlanta around the time when this beef initially started. And it seemed like that was a way for them to hook Durk and manufacture a beef with NBA Youngboy. Of course, King Von started it and Quando Rondo finished it. But those are both these two big artists' co-artists, like their second hottest artists on their actual labels. Of course, we can all agree that Quando Rondo is the next biggest thing over there in the NBA brand. And of course, King Von was. There was an argument, a debate at one point of who was bigger or who could potentially be bigger. Most of us would argue that King Von was on a trajectory to be bigger than Lil Durk. So the thing is, their second artists, they had more to do with initiating and ending the beef and keeping it ongoing. But it seemed as though the industry wanted to manufacture that beef, so they put cases on both of them and kept them hooked. That way they can do the bidding that they wanted them to do, keeping all this chaos and all of this just flat out nonsense circulating in the industry, to keep that energy going, to keep that influence over the masses, keep the drill culture at an all-time high, with the two biggest artists who talk about nothing but death and deceased and negative culture. You get them beefing, and what that does is generate revenue, not only just revenue for the industry, but it also keeps the people that they want to keep bound into negativity. You feel it? Y'all get it? And you just see the blueprints of how it was laid out. It's like Durk listens and does that, and they take out King Von, the co-defendant, pull that case up off of him, and now y'all can blame him for that. It comes out that he killed K.I. after King Von passes and can't defend himself anymore to say that he didn't do anything. So that right there, the image that he built for himself already is one centered around being a stepper, gone for 3 years behind the situation. So that image is already out there, but then you put it out there that he took out K.I., and the next step is to release Durk and say that everything was on King Von. Then you got NBA Youngboy with a federal case centered around a pistol. Now you got him fully trapped, put him on house arrest, take away his music, you take away everything that he loved, and you tell him, you better get into submission and do what we tell you to do. Go put on his makeup, go put on these nails, go do what we tell you to do. Go make the I Hate Youngboy song, drop that song, cause beef all within the industry, cause a lot of commotion. You and Durk go back and forth, and this is the way that we'll let y'all drop y'all cases. Keep this chaos going, because that'll make the artists under you continue wanting to beef. And every generation has these two super mega stars who are beefing. No matter what generation of music we are in, we always see it. 50 Cent, Ja Rule, T.I., Little Flip, and the list goes on and on and on. Jeezy and Gucci. The list goes on. This is the same scheme that this industry always does. And what do all of those people have in common? Their camps constantly went down for miscellaneous crimes that could potentially take them out. T.I. with the gun situation, but he only got 1 year, 1 day in the feds. It's always some federal stuff. Never really too much on the state. But you see these men going away like crazy. If T.I. truly got caught with that much ammunition and artillery, then that man would have been gone for a few decades, man. Like, there's people doing life over a lot less. Now you got the masses believing that he's a snitch and informant instead of understanding that he was puppeteer. He was backdoored by the industry to do their bidding and stay on that beef with Lil Flip, as well as creating more beefs in the industry. He was beefing with a few people at that time. And then you got 50 Cent and that man Ja Rule. Murder Inc. all went down for cases. 50 Cent, all his peoples was getting popped up and going down for cases as well. But it caused a negative atmosphere. You had him in the game in a situation going back and forth. You even have Pimp C. After Pimp C tried to kill all of those beefs in the South, he ended up going away for a while. So y'all gotta understand that it's the same programming. It's the same game. They put cases on both of these men and puppeteered them to do their bidding. Whooped them into submission. That way they know these beefs are still going on. The Fredo Bang and NBA Youngboy beef, yeah, it did something, but it wasn't big enough for the industry. Fredo wasn't there yet. So the industry wasn't really gravitating to it as a whole. Now you put that beef onto Dirt, and that beef is global. And now they grasp the youth, the minds of the youth. Once again, it made them believe that beef is a normal thing and it's something that should stay in the industry. Now you look at the landscape of the rap industry today, and everybody in every major city who has 2 major artists have a beef. Honestly, in every city, even if it doesn't have 2 major artists. We just found out that there were situations going on in Bogalusa that we didn't even know about. And that is a very tiny town. But you look at the landscape and there's always a opposition for a certain artist that's on the rise or already blown up. It's just crazy, man. And that's what these major industry beefs do. They keep the smaller artists under the impression that beef is the way you make it into the industry. Look at 50 Cent, came out dissing everybody. Afro Man, they came out dissing everybody, built a career off of it. Fulio was the first one to do all that, disrespecting the deceased ops out in Florida. King Von built his name off of being a stepper and disrespecting Tuka and 63rd. You see that? You see the trend? So every other artist that rises up behind that keeps that same trending going, as well as the fans. The fans are so emotionally attached to these beefs. They are so intertwined with these beefs that they believe that that's what the industry is supposed to be about. If you're not beefing with nobody, then you're not really a stepper, man. And that's kind of how this situation is going. But y'all really got to look at it from an open eye, widen the lens. That way you can truly see what's going on. Stop being so small-minded. Stop being delusional and being so emotionally attached to another man that you don't know. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about all this. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell icon and turn post notifications on all. That way you will be notified every time we drop a video. And with that being said, I'm out. Believe it up.